Hello, Walk Church family. Hope you're doing well. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's. I hear that you guys are studying about your story and learning the great things that God has done through Mary and using her as an example and the great things that God's done for each of us. So I just wanted to take some time and share some stuff that God's done for me this year and some awesome stuff that He has shown me and share my story. So I think I've definitely learned a lot about God's faithfulness this year since the beginning of applying to go on the world race, and then things kind of changing and me not being able to go in January like I thought. But God's timing in it was perfect because I got to be with my family while my grandma went to be with the Lord, and so that was great timing. And then I've gotten to be on the perfect squad. I love everyone on my squad and my teams, and I love my route, the countries I've been going to, and the people I've met on the way. So I definitely think I've seen God's faithfulness in His ability to orchestrate things and His plan, even though it may not seem like mine or like I have a better plan. He always has something better, and He always has something more fulfilling and more rewarding. And so I think that's definitely been part of my story this year, of really just trusting that God's plans are bigger and that they're better, and that His ways are not my ways and His thoughts are not my thoughts, and they're so much infinitely better than mine. And the way that He orchestrates things and His timing and the way that He does things is so much better than I could ever do. Yes, it's hard and it's difficult and it's not what you expect, and it requires a lot of waiting, a lot of patience, and a lot of just trusting in that. But I've learned that never once has He failed me in that. Never once has His plan been disappointing or unfulfilling or not exactly what I wanted. And so I think I'm learning to really trust the Lord and trust that His timing is perfect and that His ways are much better, and that even through the hard stuff, even through the difficult times, God still has a plan and He still has a purpose. And that if I just really trust in Him and wait for Him to let it all unfold, and if I just stay faithful in the small things, He's going to bring other things about, and that His plan and His story is so much better and more perfect than what I could do. So I think that's my story of this year, is that God's faithful and His timing is perfect, and it will always be perfect, and He is still good all the time, even when circumstances might seem like He's not. I love the fact that God's still sovereign, that He's still sitting on the throne, and that He still holds time in His hand, and He still holds me in His hands, and He still is able to orchestrate things. And so that's something I learned this year. I'm hoping that it will carry on to next year, and that will just be a building block to more things that God can show me about Himself next year. I've already learned so much being on the race, and I think one thing I've taken away from the race personally is just to see how big God's family is, and how we really are a part of such a global family, and God is moving all over this world, and it's so cool to see Him as the head and to see His family and to see His church. And it's so awesome to be welcomed into a completely random place at first, and to be welcomed in and to feel like you're home and to feel like you're with family. And it's all because of Jesus and what He's done, and knowing that we're all a part of God's family, and that we're all co-heirs with Christ, and together we're brothers and sisters. And that's been huge. It's been such a blessing, especially this time of year, to be away from my immediate family and from you guys, my church family, but to find family here and to find people who love you and care for you just as well is super cool. And that's all because of Christ. And so I'm excited to see what happens for all of us next year. I know God has great things in store for every single one of us. And just remember, God is faithful. His timing is perfect. And His ways are not our ways. They're usually better. So trust that. I love you guys. I miss you. Thank you so much for all of your support and your prayers. They're making a huge difference. And I know that, just know I'm carrying with you guys with me everywhere I go. And you're in my thoughts and my prayers. And it's an honor and a blessing to represent you guys out here on the field. So Merry Christmas from Kosovo and Happy New Year. I think I'll be in Albania, and then next time you'll see me, I will be in Zambia, Africa. Crazy, leaving Eastern Europe. But I love you guys. I miss you. God bless you. And be expectant of new things that are coming next year, because God has awesome things, and you all have amazing stories. And be proud of your stories, because they're changing the world, and they're life-changing stories, because that's who our God is. He's a life-changing God. So Be bold in your storytelling. Love you guys. God bless. Merry Christmas. Bye.